Good morning, everybody. Davis Tallow coming at you on day 17 of 30 days, 30 bands, all live albums, celebrating the coming of spring. And we're in a few weeks into spring, and yesterday was fantastic. Today, or Monday, was not so fantastic. Wet and blah. So, anyway, today we're going to be discussing another band that started back in 1960, 68 to be exact, formed by John Anderson, Peter Banks, Tony Kaye, Bill Buford, and Chris Squire, talking about Yes. And Yes, they've undergone quite a few lineup changes over the years, and as of today, there is not an original band member left. Chris Squire, when he passed away in 2015, I believe, yes, was the last original member. Of course, he was Peter Banks, the original guitarist. He passed away in 2013. Of course, Peter, he was replaced by Steve Howe. So Steve Howe is the longest serving member now as today. Well, no, second longest, because he's come and gone a couple of times. So Ellen White is actually the longest serving member. Jeff Downs, Billy Sherwood, followed by Jeff Downs, Billy Sherwood, and then John Davidson, who came on in 2012. Thankfully, I had a chance. I did get the chance to see them before Chris passed away in 2012. I saw him back in 20. He didn't pass away in 2012. I saw them back in 2012, 3 years before he did pass. So I was very fortunate. But anyway, here to discuss their live albums. And the first one is, well, both these are classic, but this one's really classic. It's a 3-disc vinyl. And if I remember correctly, this is the first album I bought of Yes. Because Yes songs. And this is the picture that did it for me. This is why I bought this album. I didn't know. I had no idea who Yes was at the time. Let's see if we can open this up. Look at that artwork by Roger Dean. This fantastic artwork. He is just, a lot of people consider him a member of Yes, the sixth member of Yes. Here's the booklet that comes with it. Looked at this many a time. There's their crew. There's Steve Howe. Fantastic guitarist. John Anderson. Ellen White, who replaced Bill Buford after on the Close to the Edge tour. Bill just didn't want to. He got kind of turned off by Close to the Edge album. There's Chris. Sadly missed. And Rick Wakeman. He just, look at those keyboards. But this is one fantastic album. If you've never heard this, you've got to. Look, that's how worn that is. Seen many use, many days of playing. I mean, just, and like I said, it's the very first album I bought, then followed by the Yes album. And I was in my late teens, early 20s, I believe, when I bought this. So when I did get it, I'm like, whoa, what is this? This is progressive rock. I had no idea what progressive rock was at the time. I was into Kiss, ELO, Pink Floyd, Judas Priest. This just blew my mind. I didn't know what to make of it. Opening excerpts from Firebird Suite, then goes into Siberian True, awesome song. Heart of the Sunrise, Fragile, awesome. Perpetual Change, and Yes, I'm not one of my favorites, but still a great song. Bill Buford plays on that one. And you can tell because his drumming and Ellen's, the great, but Bill does more of a jazz drumming. Ellen's more straightforward rock, so you can tell the difference. He also, Bill does a drum solo on Perpetual Change, which is great. Then it goes into And You and I from Close to the Edge, which is fantastic. And then side 3 starts with Mood for a Day, Steve. There's greatness. Excerpts from Six Wives of Henry VIII, Rick Wakeman, one of the all-time greats on keyboards. I just love that, his keyboard playing on that. And goes into Roundabout. Side 4 starts with I've Seen All Good People, which is, if I was to rank their songs, that would be dead last. Some people revere that song. I don't. I've never got it. When I first heard it, I was okay, but over the years, it's not worn well with me. Long Distance Runaround and The Fish, and side 4. Side 5, remember, 3-disc set. This is a rarity. The entire Close to the Edge, another song that's really not one of my favorites, but still great. I have to be in a certain mood to listen to that. Side 6, Yours Is No Disgrace, and Starship Trooper. Starship Trooper is the reason why I bought the Yes album. I'm like, oh, Starships, crew, great, cool. So all in all, awesome album. If you've never heard this album, you've got to. Just chock full of greatness. Let's put it that way. Chock full of greatness. The only downer for me on here is I've Seen All the Good People. So anyway, check it out. Then we come to, that was it. Yeah, that was, Yes Songs was released in 1973, by the way. Released in November 1980 was Yes Shows. Again, great artwork. I just love this. I spent, every time I listened to these albums, I'd spend time listening to the album songs and looking at all this stuff on here. Little rock walkway, and little village right here and out here. Just awesome. There's something you got inside the band. And this is recorded during their relayer, Going for the One, and a little bit of has some songs from Tormato on it. I don't know if there's anything. Well, anyway, starts out with parallels from close, going for the one, fantastic opener. Then Time of the Word from their second album. Then the title track from Going for the One, and side one. Side two, the entire Gates of Delirium from Relayer. That would be close to my number one song by yes. I love Gates of Delirium. It's just rocking, and then it ends with this nice moody bit at the end. Just awesome. Side three starts with Don't Kill the Whale. Not one of my favorites, but still a great song. Ends with Ritual Part 1. Side 4 starts with Ritual Part 2, then ends with Wondrous Stories. That is the only downside from this album, is the splitting of Ritual. Of course, Ritual is from Topographic Oceans. One of their much maligned, much loved, depending on who you're talking to, albums. I like it, though I don't put on very much. But still, Ritual is a fantastic song. One of the drawbacks of vinyl is if the song is too long for one side, they have to do this. I always didn't. When I first got this, I didn't understand why they couldn't have Ritual on one side, like side 3, and then put Don't Kill the Whale and Wonder Stories on side 4. Maybe it's another song, a couple other songs, shorter songs. But clocks in at almost 32 minutes long. So I think that's 17. Yep. So very, very long song. Of course, if you're familiar with Topographic Oceans, all the songs on an album are side long songs. So anyway, John Addison, Steve Howe, Chris Squire, Patrick Moraz, Rick Wakeman, and Ellen White all play on this album. But yeah, if you love progressive rock, or even if you don't love progressive rock, check these albums out. It'll only take a few minutes of your time, and you might discover something you like, something new. Something that you've never heard for the first time, and if you've never ever heard it, guess what? It's new to you. So even though it's 50, 60 years old, it's still new. It's still going to sound fresh to you. You may like it, even if you don't like it, at least you give it a chance. So anyway, and that's what this channel is all about. They have put out other live albums. These are the only two that I own. And of course, these are the classic lineups of this band. But definitely check them out. So anyway, that's it for day 17. And tomorrow we'll be doing day 18. When I started doing this live album thing, I was doing everything in order, alphabetical order. Decided to spice it up a little bit. Keep things a mystery and bounce around. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 more days ago. Last day will be 18th. And, of course, like I said, this is celebrating the coming of spring. It's finally here, even though It's kind of cold out right now, but it's only going to get warmer from here on out. So anyway, have a good week, good day, and we'll see you on day 18.